my
Yeah,
friend.
it's changing very quickly. We've already been seeing some snow over the north, and we've actually seen a couple of little rain showers that, or at least flurries here in the metro that have melted on the ground here at the noon hour. But we'll start off in Red River, where as we put this into motion, you can see they've gotten a little bit of a break through the late morning hours, the occasional light snow shower rolling through. But at the end of this time lapse, you start to see that snow start to come back in, and we will be still being active over the northern portion of the state throughout a good portion of the day, and we can see just a little bit of at least flurries changing over to rain in the metro. 49 degrees the current temperature, with the south wind at 25 miles per hour. Temperatures across the north in the 20s and 30s. Down to the south, we're in the 40s and 50s. The wind has been an issue, especially for the southern portion of the state. We've seen a 25 mile per hour gust in Santa Fe and a 33 mile per hour gust in Albuquerque. But down to the south is really where the target area for the winds are. Nearly a 50 mile per hour wind gust in Ruidoso, 32 for TRC and Alamogordo, 44 in Las Cruces. These are where we find our wind advisories, where we'll see gusts up to 55 miles per hour. The one exception down toward the Guadalupe Mountains, where we could see wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour later on this afternoon. We also have winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in effect. The winter storm warnings for the northern portion of the state into the west-facing slopes of the northern mountains and into western sections. Winter weather advisories extending up into the northeast and even including the metro, where we could also see the chance of a couple of snow showers later on into the evening and into the overnight hours. We are starting to see some of that snowfall in the northern portion of the state. In the metro, we're getting just a couple of light showers. They are frozen as they come down, or at least the drops are, but they do melt as they hit the ground. It is much too warm right now to get anything accumulate on the ground in the metro, but we'll at least see a little bit of moisture throughout the afternoon. Over the northern mountains, definitely cold enough here to sustain the snowfall. We are seeing the west-facing slopes of favored locations, some heavy to moderate snowfall just to the north of Cuba, and that extends over into the west-facing slopes of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains as well. Some widely scattered snow showers as you move into west central sections, and even down toward the south, we're getting a little bit of precip from TRC over towards Silver City. But the main action still out to our west, as the core of the storm is now just making its way into southwestern Arizona, and it will continue to push into our direction. As the core of the storm nears, we will see a better chance of picking up some of that snow and some of that freezing rain through the overnight hours. So as we put this into motion here, you can see our storm does cross through the afternoon and evening hours. We'll see a good chance of snow, especially for western and central sections. Drier air wrapping into the eastern part of the state. So we could see a couple of spot storms this afternoon in the east, but not much in the way of rainfall. And then we'll be looking for another piece to come in, and that will keep the snow going over the northern mountains through the end of the week. Superstorm track breaking it down, where we will be looking for that snow across the north and west throughout the afternoon. In the metro, we'll see our better chance really coming up into the evening hours and through the overnight. Even the Sacramento Mountains getting in on a little bit of that snowfall, but the eastern part of the state really missing out on much of the snowfall, and we'll continue to see that snowfall continue across the northern portion of the state through the next couple of days as that second piece of storm system rolls through. Then we clear out a little bit for the first half of the weekend before yet another storm rolls in for the end of the weekend and early next week. Southern Colorado, snow for today, highs into the 30s to near 40 degrees. We'll continue to see some of that snow through Thursday, then a break for Friday and Saturday. Over the northwest, we'll see snow at times, winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour, highs into the 30s and 40s. We'll continue with that chance through Thursday and then clearing out for Friday and Saturday. Over the southwest, we could see a little bit of snow showers throughout the day, and that will continue into Thursday as well before we start to see partly cloudy skies through the weekend. Over the southeast, blowing dust with winds gusting up to 50 miles per hour. Highs into the 60s to near 70 degrees. Will be a little bit cooler for Thursday and Friday with more sunshine. Over the northeast, windy with spot mix around throughout the afternoon. Highs will be into the 40s and 50s. We'll continue with the chance of a couple of snow showers into early Thursday before we clear things out toward the upcoming weekend. Over the northern mountains, snow throughout this afternoon and into the evening, and that continues into Thursday as well. Temperatures dropping into the mid-30s by Friday in Santa Fe. Over the east mountains, we'll see a snow shower possible throughout the day. Highs into the mid-40s. In the metro, we'll see the snow develop through the evening hours and into the overnight, with afternoon highs today near 50 degrees. We start to cool things off toward the end of the week. We'll continue with that chance of picking up a couple of showers through tomorrow morning and then clearing out for the weekend.
All right, glad I didn't pack up the winter gear.
Yes, you're going to need it.
Thanks, John.